Alright, what's going on? So I'm going to make a new song today. I make a lot of these videos, so if you haven't seen them before, check out my channel and you can like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Hit the notification bell and leave a comment. I don't care if you tell me I suck, just leave a comment. So, I have a template open. I use Logic Pro 10 for my DAW. I'm running into a Focusrite Clarion interface, and that runs everything into my computer. I don't really use any amps or cabs anymore. I used to, but now I'm mostly just using Bias Amp 2. So that's what I've been using for the last year or so, or a little more maybe. So I just kind of like the sound of it, and I just keep using it. So I sold my amps, and that's what I have. So when I record a track, I always usually start with a guitar, like if I'm recording an original, that is. Guitar is my first instrument, really. Well, actually, I guess drums are technically my first instrument. Like, I played them in school and stuff, but guitar is the first one where I actually, wanted to play seriously. I went back to drums and relearned how to play them because I went many years and ended up sucking at them, and then I had to, relearn everything. So, anyway, I'm a pretty good guitar player. Not the best, but I like writing songs. I'm an okay drummer. Pretty, half-assed bassist, but I get by, and I learned to sing in the last couple years, so I just figured I'd start writing songs, and that's why I have this channel, and that's what I'm doing, and I thought I'd share how I write songs with everyone else so you can see, and maybe take some things, use them for yourself. This Logic Pro 10 session, though, I have a template that I've made up, and in the last year I keep recording all these original songs, and I'm like, I've just kind of refined what I kind of like. So I have a template, and I've modified this a few times and tweaked it here and there, but what I have now is pretty much kind of just the sound I kind of like for my original stuff. So I just open this up and it's good to go. It's pretty much it's practically pre-mixed. I just have to record the audio in. I want to write a kind of fast punk song today, so I'm just kind of thinking I'm just going to mess around and just do a bunch of random power chords. So, I have no idea what I'm even going to try right now, so let's just mess around and do stuff. Probably come up with and use the first thing I do, so. That could be a chorus. Yeah, because, okay, that's in B major, so, but I'm doing oh, no, I'm thinking wrong. I'm in F sharp major. Yeah. So then, okay, but yeah, what I just did is I went to the fourth there for the verse. Has a cool sound to it. So yeah, okay, that's a verse. Verse to chorus. So I need a way to lead back into the chorus. It's not just super abrupt. Just invert these, I guess. Alright. Got a song. Awesome. So when I do my originals, I like to do verse, chorus, like an A and a B section, or if there's a pre-chorus, I mean, there's kind of one here, but it's more of a lead-in. So anyway, it's just going to be like the A and the B section repeated 3 times. That's how I do my song structures, and it's super simple, super easy to keep track of, and if I want to modify it, I can. I just don't always. All right, let's just try this. So now I got to figure out a tempo. I'm going to guess 160. Just slide this up. I'm way off. It's way faster. Let's try 185. A little bit more. This one's moving. Would mess up a simple power chord progression. I think I got it down though, so that's probably going to be the tempo, 195. So now I'm going to record a left guitar. So I always just do all the way through. I don't really like to do like lots of like stopping for a verse to a chorus and like copy pasting all that crap. I just like to play through the song. So that's what I'm going to do. At the end of the video, I put all of the parts together on like a split screen. So it's just going to be like guitar, 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 bass, drums, vocals, wherever I can fit them. All right, so here we go. This is going to be the left guitar. Then I'm going to do a right guitar that's pretty much the same thing, but human error and such, makes it slightly different. So it pan to left and right gives it a nice stereo image, and it sounds really cool that way. If you were to just take like the original, take and copy it and pan it left instead of right or whatever, it wouldn't really work though, because basically it would just be putting out the same thing on both sides, and it would still turn into a mono track. I wouldn't accomplish anything. But I would never recommend recording mono guitars unless you're planning on panning it. So like if you only record one guitar, that's fine, but pan it left or right. Don't leave it in the center, because coming out the speaker, like they cancel each other out and it just sounds really wimpy. That's why a lot of demos sound bad, because they don't understand you need to pan the stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to do a right side. So pretty much this is going to be the exact same thing, give or take, whatever happens, like slightly different when I'm like playing it. So here we go. Alright, so that's the right side. Played the exact same thing for the most part. So now I got a nice stereo image for my guitar sound. So now the next thing I usually like to do is I like to add some guitar dubs. So this chord progression is not exactly like super innovative, and it's just easy pop punk song really. But I can make it sound more interesting by doing different things over top of the chords I just played. So that was the chorus, really. So what I'm going to do is probably do thirds above that, just to kind of like harmonize it. So it just kind of like thicken up the chord, make it sound a little more interesting than just a power chord. So I was doing, we're going to assume this is F sharp major, so this is a D sharp. So I'm going to want to hit Okay, so now the next side. Okay, so that's the right side dub. Now I'm going to do something possibly for a lead part, but I'm not sure. I think I got an idea roughly. It's just going to be a really easy tapping part. I say easy, but then I mess it up. And then I'll just go to for the verse. Should work underneath. It sounds pretty cool though. Yeah, just undo the minor and we're good. Okay, cool. That's a lead part. It's not exactly consistent all the way through, so I'm not going to harmonize it, otherwise that would be a nightmare. I just kind of like improvised and played random stuff. Which is cool though, because it kind of like evolves as it goes through the song. Okay, so now, do I want to do one last side? I might. It's going to be pretty buried, so I'm just going to do this like a little high lead part, and it's going to be really easy stuff. So here we go. That's done. So now I'm going to move on to a guitar solo. So this one, F sharp major. Let's just mess around, see what I come up with. Should I say 74? Let's just go to that. And I'm going to hit record and hope for the best. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to bass guitar, so I'll just grab that and tune it up. Okay, I just grabbed my bass guitar and I tuned it. So this is going to be the easiest bass line ever because I'm pretty much going to follow the root notes because it doesn't really leave too much room to do much else. And honestly, it's going to fit the song just for the style this is. So let's just start it. Okay, so the bass line's done. Always forget to turn off this damn input jack. Or input monitoring, or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to do the drums. I'm going to move the camera over and move the mic over and get started. Okay, so I'm at the drums. I pretty much just bring this mic over to say that. But yeah, I give you direct audio because it picks up the pads pretty bad. So anyway, I'm going to do a really easy pop punk beat and just get this done. So I'm going to give you direct audio. So let me shut this off, turn it over, and start going. Okay, so the drums are finished. Awesome. So I'm not going to do vocals today. I think I'm going to go inside. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to just have to come up with a melody and everything then, unless, like, I just think of it ahead of time. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, and that's it for now, and cool. Alright, so it's the next morning. I just came out to, like, turn on some stuff and listen to the track I started doing yesterday. My stupid headphone cable is tangled. So, yeah, I just kind of came up with a melody in my head as I was, like, listening back to it, because I was like, I don't even remember what I did for the song. But, yeah, something just popped in my head, so I think I'm going to record it quick for a scratch track. So it's just a verse melody. That's all I just came up with, but it's, it's a start. So I figured I'd turn on the camera and just do this. So... yeah, right there. So let me make sure my metronome is just going to do count in only, because I don't like it when it's clicking on the headphones when I'm singing. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. It's going to be kind of crappy because, like I said, it's a scratch track, so this doesn't have any lyrics or anything like that. It's basically just a memory aid, so I can write the lyrics to it. Okay, something just popped in my head for the chorus, so let's just try this. Okay, so I'm just going to write some lyrics down, and I'm going to speed this up, and just because I'm here, why don't I just do the whole thing right now? Screw it. So, yeah, I'm going to speed the footage up of me just writing the lyrics, because that sucks to watch, and I'll be back with you in a little bit when I finish. Okay, I'm back. I just finished writing the lyrics. Let me get this into a slightly more convenient place. Okay. So now I'm going to do a practice run because I just want to make sure I can remember all the way through. I'm trying not to understand your words. Explain it to me one more time. Okay, I'm just going to record it and see how it kind of sounds right at the moment. I'm trying hard to understand your words. Explain it to me one more time. I'm fed up with this nonsense that you write. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That should work. I'm trying hard to understand your words. Explain it to me one more time. I'm trying to hold on with nothing in my hands, and I'm doing it for you. Okay, second chorus. Now I just have to do what I did on the first one. I'm trying to hold on with nothing in my hands. Now I'm going to do dubs of the chorus. These accomplish two things. First, I turn them down about 10 dB, and I pan them left and right, just kind of minus 35 plus 35 is usually where I go. And then they create a chorusing effect. And then the other thing they do is they are basically extra takes. So if I was a little bit off in one spot or two in the chorus and I want to change out the note, I can usually find it and then one of these two, because I do a left and right, so two of them. So I usually have two things to pick from where I can just find it. I chop it, pull it up, pull the bad one down, crossfade both, and then you never know. And then the one that was a little off is buried in the mix because it's turned down, panned a little bit, and it just kind of adds to the chorusing effect. But the main one has the correct note on it then, and it doesn't sound like total butt. And And while you're listening right now, just be aware that I don't turn them down and pan them until the final mix just because I want to hear it. So it's going to sound doubled and bizarre and phasey and that kind of junk. And by the way, when I say like I'm going to like, you know, find the notes and crossfade it and blah, 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 I don't necessarily go crazy doing that. Usually I don't even touch it. I just turn them down and it sounds good. It's just like if there's like a glaringly obvious note. So I just mention it because that's what I do, but I don't even usually bother. So just FYI. Hold on with nothing in my hands. I don't know it for you. I'm trying to hold on with nothing in my hands. I don't know it for you. I'm trying to hold on with nothing in my hands. I'm trying to hold on with nothing in my hands. Okay, so now let's work on these screams. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's give this a shot. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do 2 dubs of this as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, yeah. Let's do the second chorus one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, I hate this thing. Every once in a while my damn camera shuts off, so I'm not sure how much I got of that. But I just finished the little scream overdubs in the second chorus. Yeah! So that's it. So now I'm just going to do like my mix down. So I'm not going to go nuts here. Okay, let me do this. So, okay, I turned on the scratch track. I'm going to delete the recording on the scratch track, but now I can talk. Okay, so yeah, what I do to mix down, which I'm not going to go crazy here. I'm just going to like show you the basic thing, and then I'm going to like fine tune it after the fact. But just to do a quick run through. So here's my main vocal. That's not it. That's the talking one. Okay. So here's my main vocal. I just have a compressor preset already. Like I just saved it as the default for like what I like to use. The only thing I'll do is like there's a little distortion setting on this. So this is the built-in Logic compressor. It's the Studio FET model. They have a couple different ones. The distortion setting I set to soft. There's soft, hard, and clip distortion. So this just adds like little harmonic saturation. It's not really like distortion like a guitar, but the threshold I got like set to like minus 12.5. So like I adjust that per song depending on how dynamic my singing was. My ratio is usually 4:1. I have no makeup gain. I have the attack super fast all the way up to 0 milliseconds. And then the release around like 48 milliseconds, 50-ish. It depends again. I just kind of like adjust that per song. But for now, I'm just going to put on the default and leave it just to, you know, show you. Okay, and then after that, I follow it with an EQ that just cuts off the low end that, you know, is like the like rumbly noise probably from my heater or whatever. And then the high noise, it's just like the hissy stuff that you don't want in the recording anyway. And then finally, I put on this reverb that I like. It's called Chromaverb, and I can never find the damn... There it is. And then it goes mono or mono to stereo. I always put it on stereo. And that's it. That's what I'll do on a track. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take these and I'm going to turn them on the rest of the tracks. So the chorus, I got to remember, that was basically main vocal as well. So I got to plop on that setting. And then I'm going to put on the EQ. That's the same for all of them. And then I'm going to put the reverb on. Okay, so the only other thing I'm going to do is actually right before the reverb on these two scream overdubs, I'm going to put on clip distortion here. So distortion, clip distortion, mono, there it is. And usually I have this setting that works well for screams. I didn't copy it, I grabbed it and dragged it. There we go. So that works well for screams usually. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of these dub tracks. I'm going to go down like minus 10 dB, like I said. So grab the chorus dubs as well. And then I pan. So now we get this. So it just sounds a lot less phasey and weird. So the only thing I might do after this is I might add clip distortion to the main vocal in the verse so I can automate it and turn it on just for that scream part. And then I might take the volume and just automate that to turn off as the scream goes, so it just goes and like just keeps reducing into the chorus. So yeah, it's basically I'm just going to reduce the volume as they kind of continue through the chorus, so it sounds like they just disappear. Then that's pretty much it. So that's, yeah, let me just do those things and I'll be done here, but I'm not going to talk you through the whole thing. I don't want to make this video too long. It's only going to take me 10 minutes, but if I'm talking through it, it'll take me a half hour. So, okay, the whole thing's pretty much done then. The rest of the instruments, they're already mixed. I froze the track, so I usually just get the vocals to sit, which I don't advise that normally, but it's just that I kind of know what I'm doing because I use this same setting all the time, so I just kind of like have to micro adjust them and get them in place. So it's good. And then all I do for the mastering is I run everything into a mix bus, and I do this weird thing where I run everything into a mix bus and then to a stereo bus. I like kind of separate them. The only thing it achieves is it gives me an extra meter, so I can just kind of really watch the gain and make sure I'm not, make sure I have enough headroom, not overbearing. And then I'm just going to plop on a limiter on the stereo output, and that just brings it up to commercial volume, commercial level. Oh, I also have a low latency mode on, which is absolutely necessary to shoot these videos. Otherwise, you would be hearing a really bizarre echo because it would be coming out of the speakers it's like 5 milliseconds, but it's enough that you just hear, like you hear the echo. So it's kind of a pain. So I turn on low latency mode because that gives it like seriously almost nothing for latency, and then I don't have that weird echo. All right, that's it. So now you're going to see the song in its final version. So you'll see the mixed track and me playing all of the instruments on a couple different screens all over the place, and that's it. So I'll release that the next day as a video in itself, and then usually after that I just do the guitar solo. So cool. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I hope this was informative. I don't go into like super high detail because honestly, like, if you even copied exactly what I was doing, you'd still have like different setup, and it would still like it wouldn't work out. Like it wouldn't come out exactly the same anyway. So I just like to give you the rough idea of what I do. That's it. See you later. Till the next time.